Hey, what's going on, guys? Maui here, and we are back in OceanBlock 2 with episode 3, and today I want to get started by cleaning this up a bit. We have fences down, but not everywhere. Our roof on our storage room is only half built. We're missing half of the walls for it. And another thing, we only have one thing automated. So I want to real quickly go through and get the rest of my items automated via the same process that I'm doing here, just for sand and dust, and also create a container with dirt. I want to get the roof done, I want to get the walls built in, and I want to clean up the rest of these platforms to bring the aesthetic together. And to do that, we're actually going to be using the replay mod. Now you might be saying, Maui, isn't OceanBlock 2 on NeoForge? And yes it is. And isn't the replay mod a fabric mod? Yes it is. But apparently there's a replay mod made specifically for NeoForge, and I got that installed. So how about we have a time lapse that looks a little bit better than the previous couple episodes. See you in a sec. Hey, we're back, and let me show you what we built during that time lapse. So as you can see, the roof has been finished, and as you can see, we've added drawers along here. These are framed compacting drawers. So you just, you can pull out the blocks, or the nuggets, or the ingots, and these are just regular drawers, 1x1s. I'm not sure what I'm going to put over here yet, but I have those available. I hooked them all up to the drawer controller. And now over here, I moved all of the ore processing stuff over here. I set up 3 of these jars for smelting, and I put these pipes here to pull items from the barrel and put them in here so that the smelting can be automated from the items that we generate. This middle one just creates lava, so that if I ever need lava, I can throw some cobblestone in there and have that. I changed it so that lava's beneath them instead of campfires, because I found out that lava will make these work faster than a campfire, which is really good. And then I set up, over here is just my dirt and cobblestone. Here, this is the gravel sluicing. And as you can see, I upgraded all the sluice to diamond, which makes it so that I could automate putting water in via a flopper rather than the manual pump. So I don't have to worry about that at all now. And these just go into an iron barrel. And then over here, we have the sand. So we go from cobblestone, crush it into gravel, crush it into dirt, and then we crush the dirt into sand, and we sluice that. And you can see that that's going all really well. And then over here is the dust. Same thing. We go cobble to gravel to dirt to sand to dust. And you can see that's doing pretty well. And then we also built this stone building, and the reason I did stone here instead of the wood like everything else is because I needed to put this lava down for these jars, and I didn't want to burn down my entire base. So let me know what you think about how this all looks. In fact, I need to... Oh, that doesn't connect up. That's kind of annoying. Well, I guess I can live with this one not having the 3D effect on it. All the... Oh, this side doesn't have it either. Oh. Yeah. Okay. Oh well. Let me know what you think about the building overall. I like how it turned out. I'm not sure if I'm going to add more floors or if I'm going to put a roof on it just yet. I guess that'll be determined by what else we need to get via our quests. Speaking of which, we did get a diamond, so we get some XP. We win a loot crate, a cutter. Okay, a ship, another ship. This time, I will be smart. I will go out a little bit and place it. I won't place it on... There we go. Alright, Alright. Cool. We have a nice new little ship. I really like that. Looks a lot better than... I want it to kind of... Yeah. There we go. It's more so docked on the side there now. But yeah. I also expanded the roof of the center part here to open it up and put my bed over in the corner to just, you know, make this area a little bit nicer, less cluttered. I set these guys back up because I needed some clay for something. I forget what I needed clay for, but I needed it to craft something. I believe it had to do with the jar automation, or I could be wrong. But yeah, so we got all of that done, and the base is looking very nice. Also, let me know what you thought about the time lapse using the replay mod. I hope it turns out really good. I haven't made it yet, so I actually have no idea how it turned out. But getting into things. So today I want to. Have I not done this? Fluid pipes. Yeah, I don't really need to look at that just yet. I want to go down this Tinker's path and get this little branch complete. And the way we do that is with some fire clay and fire bricks. So, with access to plenty of cobblestone now, making enough sand and clay should be no problem. I can melt clay down into normal bricks, but these aren't very heat resistant. I want to make a forge for metalworking, and these won't do. Mixing clay with sand makes a much better mixture, and when fired, these make much more durable bricks. Craft fire clay using sand and clay. Smelt these down into fire bricks. Yeah, we can do that. We should have tons of sand. I will have to get a bit more clay. So we can use that with sand, like so. And that gets us some fire clay. And then we smelt that up. As you can see, I also upgraded the cast iron to a cast iron furnace, which just works twice as fast as a vanilla furnace. which is nice. Okay, so we got that. Gives us more of that. And the big book of metallurgy. Also, it looks like there's a airdrop coming down over there. So let's go ahead and take our brand new ship and loot it. No! Okay. These ships are kind of terrible, actually. Oh gosh, how do I... Let me out! Let me out! Oh, they look so cool, but they're so terrible. Oh. Alright, Oh, a laser connector. Power cell? Okay. Ooh, conjure light. That'll be good for when we do... What is that? Red fertilizer. Oh, is that an elevator? Let's go. That's huge. Something I want to do while I'm here is just grab all the wool that is on this guy. Go ahead and just demolish this airdrop for all the resources it has. Because these wool is kind of hard to get. And then I also use a ton of fences. Honestly, I could just use all the stuff on here. Okay. Let's head back to our base. Yeah, I'm gonna get everything put away and I'll be right back. Alright, we are back. I got everything put away and I'm ready to continue down this path. Alright, the building blocks. These fire bricks stack very nicely together. If I want to make a foundry, I'll need to use these as one of the main building blocks to hold in the molten metal. Craft 21 fire bricks to use for building. Okay, 21 should be pretty easy. Boom, 21. So give me a few more. The core of the foundry. I need to construct a base that can get hot enough to melt metal. Copper seems to be a good conductive metal for this. Of course, I'll also need some way to control the foundry itself, as well as a storage with something hot enough in it to smelt things down. Craft the foundry controller, foundry tank, and 9 liquid heating coils. Alright, the controller is just a blast furnace surrounded by fire brick. The foundry tank is just glass surrounded by that, and the heating coil is copper, bucket, and fire brick, and I need 9 of those. So I got plenty of copper. I'm gonna need some more buckets. So I need 9 of those. So I should be able to make 9 of those. Let's make a blast furnace. I need a furnace in the center, right? Yeah. Do that, that, and that. Got ourselves a blast furnace, and that surrounded by brick gets us a foundry controller, and then a single piece of glass surrounded by foundry brick will get us our foundry tank, which will give us some more bricks and some XP. And then I'll need a drain, casting table, and tap. So the drain is just the foundry brick, casting table is just that, and the tap is just that. Okay. Let's see. Drain, table, and tap. Alright. That'll give us a basin, another tap, and some XP. Okay, so the molten coils go on the bottom, and then it's just like a normal Tinker's Construct foundry. I think I'm going to build it, give it its own island, and I'm going to do that right here. Yeah, I'm going to build a foundry island right here. It's going to have the stone floor, but it's going to have the foundry in the center. So yeah, I'm going to get on building that, and I'll give you guys a little time lapse of me building it. Hey guys, welcome back. As you saw, I built that, but then I also built an extra platform. Now you might be wondering why I built an extra platform over here, and that's because I want to make a new machine over here to automatically create obsidian. Now, to do this, we're going to be using a jar with both lava and water in it, and when we mix it, it will output that obsidian into this drawer. Yes? Yeah. Cool. So it outputs it into the drawer. And we want that to happen automatically, so we'll put a automator on top of him, get him going, and then we want to basically get water into this guy, and then also get lava into this guy. The way we're going to get lava into him... Oh, I forgot to grab a tank. Now this guy is going to put that there, and then we can just pipe the lava into there. Now I need to get lava into there, and we'll do that with another jar. I don't want to put it there, because then he'll output the obsidian into him. So we'll put that jar there. And for that jar, we need to put lava under there, so he's heated. And then he'll output his lava into there, but he needs cobblestone. And before I throw the cobblestone generator on there, we want this guy to get filled with water. So I forgot to grab my flopper. And this is just a fluid hopper, so it can move water into an inventory. So if we do that, and then let's just create like that. Let's use spruce trapdoors. Let me just do that real quick. We can. Do that. Now if I put water there, he's going to start filling with water. Oh, really? Water breaks the jar automator? Okay. Then in that case... Oh, did I just... Yeah, okay. In that case, what we'll do is we will move this. What? What is the tool to break a flopper? It's not a pickaxe. Okay. We will, what we'll do is we'll put a cable there, and we'll put our flopper going into that. We'll say the cable will extract from the flopper. And then we'll put that... Or no, because then it's still... Well, I could do like that. And then grab that. Let's do that. Yeah. Make it nice and square. There we go. So we can put our water there and there. And so now that is starting to fill with water. Cool. And then, cool, it's not filling up the rest. So then we can put a fluid cable here, pulling from there, and put a cobblestone generator on top of this guy. And he'll automatically put his cobblestone in there, which will get heated and turned into lava, which will go into this tank after we turn mix on. Oh, actually, no, hold on. Cobblestone generator goes here, and the automator goes here, and we turn that on, and then that will start putting lava into there. Then we can put the automator on top of this guy and start him up, and then that will fill this guy with obsidian. So this is completely automated obsidian generation by taking cobblestone, melting it down into lava, putting that in the jar, and then just grabbing water with a flopper and piping that into the jar here. Very nice. And the whole reason that I wanted obsidian was so that I could get 16 of it, and I could then combine that with 4 drawers. And if I do that'll get me 4 void upgrades. And what I can do with this is I can say cobblestone, dirt, gravel, sand, and... Oh, and I want to put one on the dust as well. So I'll need 4 more obsidian and put that on this guy. And that will just make it so that if I have... here, I'll show an example. If I convert all this back to regular cobblestone, I have cobblestone in my inventory. I want to put it away. This guy's full. I can't put any cobblestone in him, but I can because it'll get voided because the void upgrade's on there. So, all very nice. And then this will just produce obsidian without issue. Yeah. So let's go back over here to making ourselves some casts. And the way we do that is with molten cast iron, which we can do by melting cast iron. So we'll have to make ourselves a bit of cast iron, and we can also make cast iron instead of just throwing iron on a campfire. We can throw it in here with coal, and that will also give us cast iron. And it's a lot faster to do it this way than to use the campfire. So we'll go ahead and cook that up. Now that we have cast iron, we can put 2 of it in here, and that will smelt up. And then I want to grab myself an ingot, and I also need an engineer's hammer. I don't think I have one. It's just a couple iron string and some sticks. I can make myself an engineer hammer. And I can turn this into a iron Well, maybe I have to do a gold plate. Let's do a gold plate. There we go. So I should be able to make a iron cast and a gold and a plate cast, ingot cast and plate cast by doing that. Is that not enough? Wait, how? So that gets me 90 millibuckets. Okay. And to make a cast requires 360. Oh, okay, I need quite a bit more cast iron for these casts. That's expensive. I was not expecting that. Is that enough? Okay, so 4. Alright, so 4 ingots is how you make a cast. That's expensive. Melt down this cast iron. Alright. That's 360 millibuckets. Let's put a plate in here. Make ourselves a plate cast. Alright, we got ourselves a plate and ingot cast, which will give us a redstone clock and a hopper. Alright. Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and automate that a bit. So if we come over here and we break these blocks, we can put a barrel there. Alright, with that barrel there, I can put a hopper, like so, and like so. And I can put those blocks back. So that will be, outputs from this will go into there, and outputs from that will go into there. And then I can put this redstone clock along with a lever so that I can essentially turn this, like this pouring, on and off. So I can do that. Actually, I probably want that for each one individually. So I'm going to grab my other redstone clock. Like so. And so I can just turn that. So those will be off, but whenever I want things to automatically pour out, I can just turn that on. And then every pulse that would pour. I should probably also throw a chest down there to hold all of my templates in. Put that right there. Alright. Looking good. These clock blocks are a little ugly, but not much I can do about that. Yeah. Cool. And then finally, a new type of smelter. Now that I have casts to make ingots, I can use the foundry to make new alloys. I'll admit I'm not much of a metal worker. Use the foundry to craft new alloys needed for basic electronic components. Electrum and Invar. So Electrum is silver and gold, and Invar is 2 iron to 1 nickel. Alright, so if I throw that in there, that should smelt up into Invar, and I'm just going to turn that on so that the Invar... Oh, nope. Let me get the ingot cast, and then make Invar ingots. What's in there? Molten iron. What? Why? Why? Why would it do that? Oh. That's annoying. Gotta go get an extra thing of iron. We'll make sure things convert before turning that on, I guess. Okay, we got 6 ingots. Cool. I guess I can just break that to get rid of that excess iron. Okay, so we got some Invar. Now let's make our Electrum. Make sure that's off. Oh yeah, it just takes time to turn into the Electrum. Alright, 4 ingots of Electrum. Let's go ahead and get that casting out. Alright, nice. We have ourselves Electrum. Gives us a loot crate, which we got another swashbuckler. Let's put that like right here in this little area in the middle. Just like a little aesthetic thing. Looks nice. Cool. Oh yeah, we've also done this, so we can grab that. And then we've done this. Enchanting table. And a soul lantern. Okay. And let's look at making ourselves some compressed iron, which is done with new mesh I've constructed. I was able to filter out some of the finer materials with these blocks. Most entirely certain I found gunpowder. It's probably not the best idea to make explosives on a floating escape pod. Who's going to stop me? Acquire gunpowder and use it to create TNT. Use this to create an explosion to create compressed iron. You need to blow up cast iron, not regular iron. Don't make the same mistake I did. Okay, I guess compressed iron is important. I'm going to go ahead and get all the stuff we need. Actually, I just took a look at the time. And unfortunately, we are out of time for today's episode. Thank you so much for watching, and I will be back again next time on OceanBlock 2, and we will go to the lava dimension. Bye.